Great to see such a big crowd. There's a good line on the board. We're all here. It's a memorial night for the late Gerard Heaney, who passed away in October. So it's great to see his family and friends here. So, and all the proceeds have been donated to Newry Hospice. So I'll not delay us anymore. Just to start the evening off, we're going to have Big O. Give him a big round of applause.
Thanks very much, David. Hello. Well, I have to nail my colours to the mast right away here. Old Jimmy Heaney, Gerard's father, was my godfather. And many a time he used to say to me, I shouldn't have stood for you, I should have stood on you. But he was a wonderful man, and I'm delighted to be here tonight because Heaney family, of course, are a wonderful family to do with Bourne and Newry here and the milk and the whole lot. And one time I said, a boy beside me, now not Heaney milkman, a different milkman. And he said to me, I think my wife's having an affair. He says, what makes you think that? He says, we moved from Warren Point to Galway, and we still have the same milkman. But I'm delighted to be here. I don't do much at home here. I was away all week with a wee fella called Nathan Carter. We were over in Cavan, Sligo, Bundoran, and Letterkenny, massive stuff. And when I'm away down the country, I like to explain to people where I come from. And I said, I come from a little place called Warren Point in County Down. You've all heard of Portrush, Bangor and Newcastle. We're the last resort. 6 miles up the road from Warren Point is now the city of Newry. And every big city has their own slogan. New York, New York, so good they named it twice. Paris, the city of romance. Rome, built on 7 hills. See Naples and die. See Newry and mourn. How long is the bus load here from Corrig's? Late? I think it was Master after all coming late and sitting at the back. And he was, all right, come on, for goodness. I give them a chance to settle here. I put the light on before the fall. You know, things are like in Newry, compensation got set in. That's how they knew that Jesus wasn't born in Newry. He fell 3 times and never claimed once. Not the way it happened. And he's all right now. That's the stuff. First sponsor walk of the night. Thank you very much. But Newry's now one of the best shopping cities in Ireland, but sadly the shoplifters got that bad. Up in St Mary's Chapel, and now have a confession box for 6 items or less. Unemployment's very bad. A man fell into Newry Canal last week. He was drowning. This boy died, didn't he? Swam up there. Your man says, don't save him. I want to drown. I want to drown. Your man says, I'm not to save you. I was wondering where you worked. He went to sign the dole, very embarrassing. The clerk said, name, Paddy Murphy. Sex, once in Bundoran. Any visible means of assets, 30,000 shares in Guinness's in Dublin. The clerk wrote it down. Accommodation, 2 houses fully furnished on the outskirts of Banbridge. The clerk wrote it down. The clerk says, have you got a motor car? Wee Paddy said, I have a silver shadow Rolls Royce sitting outside the door. The clerk said, you're joking. Paddy said, well, you started it. Now, is everybody happy? Or are some of you married? My wife sent me into Newry the other day to buy her a bra. Very embarrassing for a man, you know. I went to Monaghan Street. You know McAvoy's in Monaghan Street? Way down the back, a wee woman at the back. I went ducking all around me like a man in the chemist shop, you know. I said, I'd like a bra for my wife. She says, what sort of bra would you like? I says, what sort of bras have you got? Well, she said, we have 3 kinds of bra. We have a Catholic bra, a Salvation Army bra, and a Reverend Ian Paisley bra. I said, what's the difference there, love? Well, she said, it's very, very simple. The Catholic bra holds masses. The Salvation Army bra lifts the falling. And the Reverend Ian Paisley bra makes mountains out of molehills. Now, not many people know this, but the last thing Ian Paisley did before he resigned as leader of the DUP and First Minister, he got together with the other Chuckle brother the Deputy First Minister, Mark McGuinness of Sinn Féin. And they opened a cross-community chicken farm in Cullaville. Half the chickens were Sinn Féin and the other half were DUP. And the Sinn Féin chickens were running around the yard shouting, chuck, 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 chuck-a-yar-la. And the DUP chickens running up shouting, fuck, fuck, fuck up, fuck, fuck. And then when I'm down the country, I tell people, have you ever been to Crossmaglen? Crossmaglen is now the diesel capital of Ireland. The only people I know who can mix green and red and make white. Paddy and Mick was in the pub in Crossmaglen. Paddy said to Mick, my wife's a babe. Mick said, you're right, I've seen the movie. They went to the fun fair in Uri. Paddy says to Mick, what do you think of this bungee jumping? Mick said, I wouldn't have the balls to do that. Paddy said, the tied around your ankles. But he was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Paddy, stuck on £1,000. Chris Tarrant says, Paddy, you can phone a friend, 50-50, or ask the audience. Paddy said, phone our Seamus in Belfast. Chris Tarrant rings up, is that you, Seamus? Oh, it is indeed. He said, is Chris Tarrant here from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I have your brother Paddy here. He's stuck on £1,000. The next voice you hear be his. How are you, Seamus? Not so bad, Paddy. What the hell's wrong with you? I'm stuck on this £1,000 and can't get past. Chris Tarrant says, Paddy, you're running out of time. Ask your brother Seamus the question. Oh, right, Seamus. Should I go 50-50 or ask the audience? Well, we have a great show for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And everybody tonight, all giving their services for the hospice, which is very, very important. I have a couple of friends in it at the minute. And never enough been done for the hospice, and people who do work for them are wonderful people. I myself am involved in nearly every charity, but my own charity, of course, is the Special Olympics. And I am the only person in world history who 2 years ago went to the Special Olympics in Athens, and I came home in a wheelchair. Broke my knee. But thank God I'm better again. So before I introduce you to our first act here tonight, I just want to give a very quick mention to a few wee things that's happening later on. I have Bagatelle coming to Bellini's on Easter Monday night, which is April Fool's Day this year. And it's a tenner in, and Bagatelle are doing it for next to nothing because of what it's for. And we'd love you to help if we could for that one as well. Now, I'm going to leave you with one more wee story. You see, the whole world revolves around alcohol. And I see people out at the bar tonight. Now, I have studied drink both in and out. And I feel very, very sorry for people who don't take a drink. Because when they wake up first thing in the morning, that's as good as they're going to feel for the rest of the day. You give a man 10 pints of beer and a half a dozen whiskies, he wakes up the next morning and he remembers nothing. Give a woman a half dozen Bacardis, she can tell you things that happened 20 years ago. But there's one thing that makes the Irish married man unique. The Irish married man must get out at least once a week on his own. Then he gets drunk, he's afraid to go home because of her indoors. Or as I like to call her, the leader of the opposition. Let me show you a drunk man. A drunk man, ladies and gentlemen, a drunk man talks to himself. Right, we're going home now, come on. Then he talks to his front door key. Right, we're going in now, come on. Then he talks to his own front door. Shh. He tiptoes up the stairs. He gets on to the landing. She's in the bedroom, enemy territory. He needs to go to the bathroom. And then he goes. And he lifts up the lid. Never the seat, just the lid. Now, he doesn't want to wee-wee in the water and splash and wake her up. So he wee-wees round the bowl. Then he talks to his own toilet. Will flush you in the morning. He tiptoes into the bedroom. The curtains are open a wee bit. The moon is shining in. He can see her in bed, rollers in, teeth out. He can see them in a glass on the cabinet smiling at him. The only happy face he's seen all day. He goes over to the wardrobe, he gets the coat off. We're going well. Then he gets his shirt off. No bother at all. He gets one leg out of his trousers, he loses his balance, he falls over into the dressing table, and she wakes up. Where were you at 3 o'clock in the morning? Wrong way to do it, gentlemen. Next night, you're drunk, go home. Bang the door behind you. Tramp up the stairs. Wee-wee in the water. Flush it. Rip all your clothes off. Walk into the bedroom naked and sing, I'm in the mood for love. 10 to 1 should be asleep. Now, right, okay, we're going to get the next one. I must apologise, I was slightly late tonight because I was coming up the dual carriageway and the police stopped me for speeding. Big cop come over, I rolled the window down. He said, you can't park there. I said, why not? He said, you're on my foot. He said, you were speeding? I said, I was. He said, I've been waiting for a boy like you all day. I said, I got here as quick as I could. But let me give you a bit of advice. See, if you're stopped for speeding, particularly in the south, down South Armagh area, don't panic. If you're stopped, don't panic. Because the policeman has to caution you. And the policeman will say to you, whatever you say will be taken down and used as evidence against you. You then say, please don't hit me again, officer. Never go to court. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a great pleasure to introduce our first act here tonight. Indeed, a man who's done a lot to organise this show tonight. He's a great songwriter, but sadly only writes songs about Armagh, but that's his fault. But he's a wonderful songwriter and a great entertainer, a great folk singer. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome Damien Quinn? Thank you very much.
Fair play, Ollie. Sent me on to do the 4 songs. They says, you go out and make all the mistakes for us. So, see what happens. 2, 2, 2. Start off the evening, folks. It's a wee song. It's all about the great legend, folk singer, Luke Kelly. Many years ago. One of the greatest folk artists I remember. It's a wee song called The Dublin Minstrel. Thank you very much. Another wee Dublin song. Most of the folk songs all originated out of Dublin. Most of them were all made famous by the Dubliners. A song called The Rare Old Times, so if you know any of the words, you can join in and sing along. These and songs and stories, heroes of renown, passing tales and stories, at once was Dublin town. The hallowed halls and houses, haunting children's dreams, at once was part of Dublin in the rare old times. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Oh, my name is Shandam Sea, as Dublin as can be, born hard lit in Pimlico, in a house that ceased to be. By trade I was a hooker, just down to the Dublin sea, like my house that fell to progress, my trade's another ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. And I called it Peggy Diamond, as pretty as can be, a rugged child of Mary from the rebel liberties. I lost her to a student chap with skin as black as coal, when he took her off to Birmingham, he took away my soul. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. For the Welsh we had a living, I can no longer stay and watch the new glass cages that sweep up around the quay. My mind's too full of memories to hold again new chimes. I'm a part of what was Dublin in the rare old times. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Let's see us all sing along this time. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Do one more song just to, before we have the next act on. This song we sung, it's all about Nelson Mandela, and it brings in Ireland as well. And it's a song that tells the story of Nelson Mandela and his search for freedom in South Africa, and hoping for peace, and again hoping for peace here in Ireland as well. It's a wee song called The Legend.
Had a dream. I was standing in the pouring rain in an Irish field of green, and all around the headstones were the martyrs of the past. I stood there alone in silence, and they spoke to me at last. Kevin Barry is my name, and I died in a hangman's noose. He wanted the names of my comrades, but this I would not do. And I am Roger Casement, I died in England's hands, for bringing German rifles from a long the last voice that I heard says my name is Bobby Sands. I stood to hear Mandela's words ringing through the land. I hope to hear them in Belfast, in Derry and Tyrone, and then those soldiers will know it's time to go home.
Absolutely brilliant. Well done, young man. Brilliant. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you, Damien. There's no sponsor walk away. Them boys needs a plumber. A lot of young people here tonight, which is lovely to see. And I don't want to sound patronising, ladies and gentlemen, but I feel very, very sorry for anybody who didn't grow up in the 60s when the parochial hall here and the town hall here, all the dances in that time was run by the local parish priest. This was before envelopes were invented. There was no drink at these dances. You took the drink with you, in you. The parish priest stopped me one Saturday night, drunk again, big O. I said, are you fast? Oh, my. And then you went, and the band were up here. 300 men down that side. 6,000 women up that side. There was always two women in the middle of the floor dancing on their own. Maggie and Bridget. One woodbine between the two of them and the handbags at the feet. Says, I'll split these two up. I got in front of Bridget. I says, are you dancing? She looked me up and down. She said, I'm fussy who I dance with. Says, I'm not. That's why I asked you. Well, I got in front of Maggie. Now, Maggie was an ugly woman. Like, God gave the people the right to be ugly, but Maggie abused it. She had the biggest set of teeth ever you've seen in your life. She could have kissed you and plucked your eyebrows at the same time. She could have eaten an apple through a letterbox. And you remember this? You remember this? You remember this? She was going like that. The last thing went in her drawer. She was trying to keep them up. And you remember the silly old things you used to say? I says, do you come here often? She says, no, only when there's a dance. I said, do you dance here all the time? No, sometimes I dance over there. As soon as the dance was over, the old priest was out in the car park checking the cars. And this particular Saturday night, there was half a dozen cars parked in the street. And the windows were steamed up and the cars were rocking and rolling. And the old priest went to the first car, rapped the window. What's going on in there? And the girl's voice said, we're doing the hucklebuck. He went to the next car. What's going on in there? And the girl's voice said, we're doing the twist. He went to the next car and went. He said, I suppose you're doing the bossa nova. She said, no, I'm doing the bossa fava. And I remember one night I said to this young one, I said, can I leave you home in my wee Morris Minor car? And she lived up at Sturgeon Bray above Camla Lake. She could be here the night. Up the road we went anyway, parked on the side of the road of Sturgeon Bray, looking over Camla Lake. And very romantic, the moon was shining over the water. She was running her fingers through my hair a long time ago. I was running my fingers through her handbag. I says to her, would you like to get into the back? Oh, no, she said, I'd rather stay here in the front with you. Went into the back of the motor, there was no room. I says to her, maybe we get out and lie in the grass. She said, well, not indeed. Somebody might come along and see us. She says, I'll put the car up in the grass, we'll lie under it. If anybody comes along, I'll say I'm fixing it. She says, I'll go for that. 10 minutes later, this foot kicked my foot, and this man says, hi, boy, what are you doing there? Says, I am just checking the exhaust. He said, you better look at the handbrake, the car's way down the road. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have another lovely young lady. I first heard this young girl singing in Fagan's pub in Warren Point, the first and last. Indeed, I was in it last week. It's got very rough Fagan's. I went in with sawdust on the floor. He said, that was last night's furniture. That rough and Fagan's. Now, you see the pool table. There's even bandages on the legs of the pool table. So, ladies and gentlemen, this young lady... Oh, hang on, more people coming. There's a well-balanced dad there. Son, drinking each hand, man. Somebody said to me one time, do you drink much yourself? I said, just enough to keep the wife good looking. Young lady, as I said, first seen her, and she had a CD out that I played on the radio many a time, and she's an absolutely beautiful young lady with a fantastic voice. Will you welcome Ashleen McAteer, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. How are you? Are you happy there? That's the stuff. She's going to sing 3 songs. Shannon Stopover, Claire to Hear, and one of my most favourite songs ever, written by a man that only lives about a mile from me, Tommy Sands under Strever, and the song's called About Roses, the third one. I love that. Give her another round of applause. Ashleen, thank you.
How are you? It's great to see a crowd anyway. I can't see half of you, like, what's Sunday, I never get to Mass. Oh, it's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. No, it's a long, long way. It gets further day by day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Around, he's only into fighting, and my mom would like a letter home, but I am too tired for writing. Oh, it's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. No, it's a long, long way. It gets further day by day. It's a long way from Clare to here. And it nearly breaks my heart when I think of Josephine. And I told her I'd be coming home with pockets full of green. Oh, it's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Further day by day, and it's a long, long way from Clare to here. And I think I hear a piper play, or maybe it's an ocean. And I think I see wild horses dance on that lonesome ocean. Oh, it's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. And oh, it's a long, long way. It gets further day by day. And it's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way. It gets further day by day. Oh, it's a long, long way from Clare to here. This next song I'm going to do for you is written by a local, well, Forkills local, called Breach Murphy, if any of you know her. This is on our more recent album, and it's real folk, it's great. Like, it's called Shannon Stopover. And I saw where your people, they haunted the well. I walked the tall ships that so bravely set sail in search of the new world they left undeterred. And I met with your people of a welcome and home. And I rode on your highways and across your state lines. I gazed up and all at your high mountain pines. I drove by your city, scorched out on the dirt. I met up with your people of welcome and home. 'Cause there's too many names of your dead on the stone, and there's too many young ones who never came home, and too many hearts that are shattered and sore, and who'd be the last summer to give up our wars. I came home from Shannon Stopover. never came home. And too many hearts that are shattered and sore. And who'd be the last on earth to give up our wars? Who'd be the last on earth to give up our wars? Thanks. Thanks very much. This is the last one already. That went quicker than I thought. I'd like to dedicate this one to Polly, and if she's out there somewhere, she always asks for it. My song for you this evening is not to make you sad, but for adding to the sorrows of our troubled northern land. But lately I've been thinking, and it just won't leave my mind. I'll tell you of two friends of mine who were both good friends of mine. And Alan, he was Protestant, and Sean was Catholic born. But it never made a difference, for the friendship, it was strong. And sometimes in the evening, when we heard the sound of drums, we said it won't divide us, we will always be as one. There were roses, roses, there were roses, and the tears of the people around together. The fear, it filled the countryside, there was fear in every home. When the car of death came prowling round the lonely Ryan Road. A Catholic will be killed tonight to even out the score. For Christ, it's young MacDonald that they've taken to the floor. And there were roses, roses, there were roses, and the tears of the people round together. It was on a Sunday morning when the awful news came round. Another killing had been done just outside Newry town. We knew that Alan danced out there, we knew he liked the band. When we heard that he was dead, we just could not understand. There were roses, roses, there were roses, and the tears of the people bound together. Now I don't know where the moral is or where this song should end, but I wonder just how many wars are fought between good friends. An eye for an eye was all that killed their minds, and another eye for another eye till everyone is blind. And there were roses, roses, there were roses, and the tears of the people round together. Thanks very much. Cheers. Thank you.
Give her a big, big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely brilliant. Now, one more act to go before there will be a short break. And there is a raffle. First prize is a week for Two and O'Meath. Second prize, a fortnight for Two and O'Meath. I'm just, no, there's some lovely prize there. And I have a new DVD just out, so I'm going to throw one into the raffle, so somebody might win it tonight to keep you up all night. Now, that song written by Tommy Sands was at the height of the trouble here. And at that time, all the bands like myself and Or as we were on the road, we're getting stopped everywhere. But this had to be done. But it's worse now that there's peace, or so be peace. Because now I'm getting stopped all the time by Firmus Gas. And they're digging up holes in every street in Northern Ireland and temporary traffic lights. And beside the temporary traffic lights is a yellow JCB. And in the yellow JCB is a JCB digger driver. These are wonderful men to wear overalls where the zip starts here, comes right under here, and goes up to here. And they all carry a Rover biscuit tin with a big elastic band around it. That's their lunch. And last Christmas, a digger driver, he got to pay on the Friday before Christmas. And he went to the pub in Newry here. And he put the lunchbox in the counter, overalls and all on him. And he said to the barman, I've just had my Christmas pay. I'll have a large whiskey and a pint of Guinness. And the barman said, we're having a raffle for a turkey. Will you take a ticket? He said, how much are they? He said, they're £1 each. He said, I'll take a tenner's worth. He bought the tenner's worth of tickets and he drunk away till about 9:15. And he was well drunk. And they had the raffle. And he won the raffle. He won the turkey. But the turkey was still living. They put him out of the pub at 9 o'clock, full drunk, with a Rover biscuit tin under this arm and the live turkey under the other. And they pointed him towards the quays where all the taxis were sitting. And away he went full. Gobble, gobble, gobble under his arm. He got as far as the taxi rank, and there was no taxis about in the start of the rain, and he thought, I'll go to the cinema till the rain goes over. So he's heading into the quays, and he thought, they'll not let me into the picture house with this bloody turkey. So he unzipped the front of his overalls. He put the live turkey down the front, and he zipped the whole lot up. He's starting to look like me now. Paid his money, got into the back row, sat down beside two old ladies, Maggie and Bridget, the same two as at the dance. And they were deeply enthralled in the religious epic, the Ten Commandments. After 20 minutes, Maggie says to Bridget, holy God, Bridget, your man here's flashing. Bridget says, pass no remarks, Maggie. When you seen one, you seen them all. She said, I never seen one like this. I was eating my crisps. Now, do you want to come out and sit down and then I'll introduce you on? Go on. Sit down and then I'll tell them who you are. Now, there's the local Weight Watchers. I know, no, don't be laughing, please. No, please. It's very embarrassing being fat. I was in Spain last year lying on the beach sunbathing. 4 Greenpeace people tried to push me back into the water. They were shouting, keep them damp. Me and the wife was in Benidorm, we're walking down the beach. She says to me, what do you think of me flip-flops? I said, for God's sake, put your bra back on again. So sadly, ladies and gentlemen, I have to go now because I've got to go to Belfast and do a show there. But Damien Quinn's going to take you through the second half. But these young men here, when I use the term young a bit loosely, this is one of the best bands in the country. They're shite in the town, but very good in the country. They're only back from a very successful tour of Texas and Iceland. Next week they're going to Lidl. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, I have a radio program. I'll be on tomorrow morning, well, midday, 12 to 3 tomorrow, 11 to 2 on Sunday. And the lads will have a CD coming out that we will play. But I was telling the crack about Hugo Duncan, a good friend of mine on Radio Ulster, and he got a request last week for John Joe McAteer in Ballyholland. Now, there's 1 million McAteers in Ballyholland. But John Joe McAteer, Hugo was reading John Joe McAteer in Ballyholland, and he's 111 today. And Hugo played Big Tom. You're going out the same way you come in. Halfway through the song, he stopped. He said, how long? He's not 111, he's ill. And as you know, today the Pope retired. He's gone now to an old people's home. and the betting has started who's going to be the new cardinal. The Canadian cardinal 2-1. New York Cardinal 3-1. There's a black Cardinal 4-1. 6-1 is a Canadian Cardinal called Geraldo Socola. They can't pick him. Wouldn't sound right. Pope Socola. What? But ladies and gentlemen, these young men play every Friday night. Is it every Friday night?
Oh, we do.
Every Friday night they're in the Canal Court. They've nowhere else to go. But ladies and gentlemen, no, seriously, they're absolutely brilliant. You're from Lurgan? No? Lurgan? No good. Do you know the difference in a man from Lurgan? Do you know the difference in a man from Lurgan and Batman? Batman go out at night without Robin. Right, so anyway. so no, they have a CD coming out now next week, and I'll definitely give it a great play. But I think they're absolutely fantastic band. Would you welcome, please, A Parcel of Rogues? Thank you.
Thank you, Big O.
2 1 2. 2 1 2.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Big O. We're going to play a couple of songs for you tonight. And just to let you know, we'll do the first bit. We won't be here for the later on and the grand finale because, as Big O says, we're in the Canal Court after this. So we hope you enjoy, and if you know the songs, do join in with us. One, two, three. We're the Bambridge town in the county down one morning last July. The boarding game at sea all these finally fancy by. She looks so sweet and her being and the shame from her brown hair. Coaxing with the shame I said to the church she's standing there. All together. Banshee Bay, I'm Derry Kay, I'm going to Dublin town. May not see the sea calling to the men in the county down.
As I onward sped, while I shook me head on the gaze with a feeling rare. Says I to the passerby, who's a maid with an upper round hair. Well, he smiled at me, says he, that's the gem of all Ireland's crown. Rosie McCann from the banks of the Banks is the star of the county down. From Banshee Bay, I'm Derry Kay, I'm going to Dublin town.
May I sing like the sweet calling of the men in the county down.
At the harvest fair, I'll be surely there on a dress in the Sunday clothes. With the shoe shone bright, we had cocked right for the heart of being upper and rose. No pipe and smoke, the horse tail yoke till me plough turns a rust coloured brown. By my own fireside, just a smiling bride, the star of the county town. From Banshee Bay, Derry Kay, going to Dublin town.
May I sing like the sweet Colleen and the man in the county down. Fancy Bay and Derry Kay, and we're going to Dublin town. May I sing like the sweet Colleen and the man in the county down. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if anybody's aware of what this instrument is over here. This is called a bowron. You knew that, that's an Irish drum. But what you probably didn't realise was that thing was running around the hills of Donegal about 4 months ago with a big hairy arse on it.
So is the Boron.
And him with his green welly boots after the thing. And then him after him. Myself and the little fella sitting in the car laughing our heads off. Funniest thing I ever saw. But this is used in traditional Irish music, so here's a bit coming up for you now.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Fancy Bay and Derry Kay, and we're going to Dublin town. Made us sing a sing Colleen and the man in the county down. Fancy Bay and Derry Kay, and we're going to Dublin town. Made us sing a sing Colleen and the man in the county down. Not a man in the county down. Not a man in the county down. This next tune needs no introduction.
Very much. The Lonesome Boatman, featuring Eddie Burns on the whistle. We're going to go down to Dublin this time. I know Damien done a couple of Dublin songs there, but the big man in the end, he's a dub, so it's in his contract he has to sing a Dublin song every night.
You might have noticed I speak different to these other three. You see, they didn't get electrocution in school like I had.
You didn't get near nothing?
Actually, I didn't go to school. This tells a story about years ago. It was about Dublin. As a younger generation probably wouldn't remember the little boats that used to be in Dublin. Used to go one side of the Liffey to the other. They were called the ferry boats. Don't exist anymore. It's like everything that's changed. Well, this is about those wee boats and a song called The Ferryman. All right, boys. Well, the little boats are gone, and rest of Anne and Liffey, ferryman is stranded by the quay. To the Dublin dog to die, and away of a line and over, money is hard of you and me. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, kiss away trouble from my brow. I love you will the day, I love you more tomorrow. You never love me, Molly, love me now. The only job I had was I'm an ever lonely. The he made a man of me. He's gone out of whisper, got name and now, and Molly is sober, can't you see all again? Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the feet, kiss away trouble on my brow. I love you will today, I love you more tomorrow. You never love me, Molly, love me now. Eddie Burns. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, kiss away trouble on my brow. I love you will today, I love you more tomorrow. You never love me, Molly, love me now. Now I'd send me out and spend my day in talking, heard in the whisper rustles on the dog. When Molly was still living, darling was still young. River never only hardy so. Your turn. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, kiss away the troubles from my brow. I love you well today, I love you more tomorrow. Never love me, Molly, love me now. One more time. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, kiss away the trouble from my brow. I love you well today, I love you more tomorrow. Never love me, Molly, love me now. You ever love me, Molly, love me now. You ever love me, Molly, love me now. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Unfortunately, we have to go, so enjoy the rest of the evening for yourselves. There's a parcel rogue saying, thank you very much, and I'll hand you over to Damien.
1, 2. Fair play to you, lads. Folks, we're going to have a wee 10-minute break now. A chance for you to get a wee drink at the bar. Anybody wants to use the toilets or whatever. So don't forget, there's raffle tickets still on sale. Loads of brilliant prizes. Some of the prizes are worth over £100. So they're available. 1, 2. They're available out at the just at the door as you come in. The first artist to open the second half, this is his first public appearance. He's never played anywhere out before, so absolutely fabulous singer. I keep telling him it's about time he was on the X Factor. So put your hands together for Craigie McGee.
Slow down, lie down. Remember, it's just you and me. Don't sell out, bow wow. Remember how this used to be. I just want you to know something. Is that all right? Baby, let's get closer tonight. Grant my list of questions, just let me hold you. Don't shrug your shoulder, yeah. Lay down beside me. Sure, I can accept that we're going night. One last time, let's go, babe. Lay down beside me. That I've found that I'm bound to hold it down a long way road. I realize all about your lies, but I know I wasn't a fool I was before. I just want you to know something. Is that all right? Baby, let's get closer tonight. Grant my list of questions, just let me hold you. Don't shrug your shoulder, yes. Lay down beside me. Sure, I can accept that we're going our way. Last time, let's go there. Lay down beside me. Grant my list of questions, let me hold you. Don't shrug your shoulders. Lay down beside me. Woke up this morning with a pain in my head. Was supposed to go to the gym, but went to the bar instead. Met a few friends of mine, drank some beers, trying to ease the pain of not being here. Oh, pretty baby, you look so fine. Wish you were mine. Mine, mine, mine. It's pretty baby. Let me take you home. Little darling, I love you more than you'll ever know. Walked outside the bar, across the road. See you standing there with your leopard print clothes. Oh, pretty baby, you look so fine. Wish you were mine. Mine, mine, mine. 'Cause pretty baby, let me take you home. Little darling, I love you more than I love you.
head. Was supposed to go to the gym, but went to yours instead. This next song is dedicated to Bilo, Largo, and Maggie Sarsfield. Have my blue jeans on from last night. Shut if town looking fried. Light through the blind, sun on my face. Hey, let's know, wonder what to create. Trying to remember a time when life was sublime. Used to kick on heels and feel fine. When I was here with you, yeah, on a summer's day in June. Sky up ahead with the times we shared. It ain't easy, was trouble of mine. It ain't easy to leave my love behind. Evening stars so bright, shine upon me on moonlight. Breath so heavy, thoughts so big. Bad life, what comes with. Say life goes on, yeah, even on my heart. With the times that she had with you. It ain't easy for this troubled mind. Thank you.
Fair play to Craigie. Craigie writes most of his own songs. Them last two songs he wrote himself. And he has a lot more that he has wrote. Fair play to you, Craigie. The next singers, folks, is more local musicians. Johnny Kerr and Aisling Corn. Put your hands together for them.
First song I'm going to do is actually written by Dobby McLean called Caledonia. Oh, I don't know if you can see all the changes that have come over me in these past few days. Oh, I've been afraid, oh, that I might drift away. And I've been telling old stories, oh, I've been singing songs, oh, to make me think about where I came from. And that's the reason, oh, why I see, oh, so far away today. Oh, let
Me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me. Now I'm going home. And if I I shall become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had.
Oh, I've kept on moving. Oh, I knew the points that I needed proven. Oh, I've lost the friends that I needed losing. I found others on the way. Oh, I've kissed the girls and I've left them crying. Oh, I've stolen dreams, yes, there's no denying. Oh, I've traveled hard, sometimes conscience flying. Oh, pity now that they're gone. Oh,
Let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me. Now I'm going home. And if I shall become a stranger, know that it will make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had.
The next song is going to be done by Aisling, and it's called The Only Exception by Paramore.
The key. When I was younger, I saw my daddy cry and curse at the wind. He broke his own heart, and I watched as he tried to reassemble it. And my mama swore she would never let herself forget. And that was the day that I promised I never sing of love if it does not exist. But darling, you are the only exception. 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 And maybe I know somewhere deep in my soul that love never lasts. And we've got to find other ways to make it alone. Keep a straight face. And I've always lived like this, keeping a comfortable distance. And up until now, I had sworn to myself that I'm content with a loneliness, 'cause none of it was ever worth the risk. And you are the only exception. You are the only exception. You are the only exception. And you are the only exception. I've got a tight grip on reality, but I can't let go of what's in front of me. I know you'll leave it in the morning when you wake up. Leave me with some kind of proof it's not a dream. Oh, You are the only exception. You are the only exception, and you are the only exception. You are the only exception.
Sorry, what? And the last song actually is a wee song that me and Aisling actually, the first time we got together was at my sister's wedding, so I'll sing it.
Something in your eyes all makes me want to lose myself. Makes me want to lose myself in your arms.
Something in your voice makes my heart beat fast. Hope this feeling lasts the rest of my life. If you knew how happy you are making me, and how long I've waited for your touch. If you knew how I wanted someone to come along and change my life the way you've done. Feels like home to me. Feels like home to me. Feels like I'm all the way back where I come from. Feels like home to me. Feels like home to me. Feels like I'm all the way back where I belong. A window breaks all down a long dark street, and a siren rails in the night. But I'm alright, 'cause I have you here with me, and I can almost see through the dark there is light. If you knew how happy you are making me, and how long I've waited for your touch. If you knew how I wanted someone to come along and change my life the way you've done. Feels like home to me. Feels like home to me. Feels like I'm all the way back where I've come from. Feels like home to me. Feels like home to me. Feels like I'm all the way back where I belong.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Well, folks, you must admit, absolutely fabulous. Fantastic. So we have another singer on this time. This is a man from Whitecross in County Armagh. And all his material is his own stuff. So he's going to do a recitation, and he's always going to sing 2 of his own songs. So put your hands together for Finbar McGee. How much have you raised for hospice? Oh, right. How's that, Finbar? I know you're a wee bit taller than me.
Hello. Yeah, thanks very much, Stephen. Thank you very much. Well, as you know, we're here to raise money for a real good cause. In my other life, I'm a doctor. I see the work that these people do, and they do it with dignity. And I think it's incredible, you know, what they do and what they're faced with. And indeed, the people themselves, the sufferers. I did listen to a friend of mine this evening, and it's very emotional to see people who are in a position where they need care right to the end of their lives. It takes some devotion. And indeed, one of them is a musician friend of mine. So I know that you'd like me to try and G it up a little bit, and that's just what I'm going to do. I have a very acid sense of humour. I'd like to say if there's anybody here under 16 and is going to be offended, you better leave now. Is that I saw a little girl earlier on, and I thought I'm going to tone it down a little bit. Is she away home? Is she still there? Is she? A wee small girl? Okay. You haven't got earmuffs or something like that, have you? I'm going to start off with a recitation. This is based on an observation. About a year and a half ago, there was an article in the Sunday Times, and it was stating that the ginger-haired people are no longer desirable. When I was a younger lad, I was a ginger. I'm a little bit less ginger now, but I was a ginger and proud of it. And I'm still ginger in bits, you know, sort of, you know, the bits you don't see, unless you got a rear view mirror, you know. And so I started to think about this, you know, this is terrible. In fact, it got to the crisis, this is true story now, that the top sperm bank in the world has stopped receiving red sperm. And I don't know if you've seen this here, this is actually medical fact. So I began to think about this, how disturbing, you know, that this was. Then I thought, you know, wouldn't it be strange, you know, if it got so rare, you know, like then all of a sudden it got precious, you know, it become really rare. So instead of looking for them wee stupid dogs that they're paying about 20,000 quid for, they'd want a wee red-haired baby, and they'd start paying a fortune for the red sperm. And here we are in Ireland and Scotland with an untapped supply. And if you only got a pound of sperm at 20 billion per ejaculation, we would soon masturbate our way out of recession. I was coming out with that one night up at Fork Hill. This boy from the bar shouts, "Hi, we'll all pull together." I hope them earmuffs are working. Anyway, so it's a bit wordy, but I'll try it and I'll keep it slow if I can. In the trials of evolution, many species face persecution, become fossilized institutions, never again to be seen. The big cats with the saber tooth, the dodo bird, the great mammoth and the laughing owl no longer hoots, and soon is the ginger Jean. Gone is the Goliath white-toothed shrew, the red gazelle and the broad-faced potteroo, the kangaroo island emu and the fruit dove of the Philippines. Say adieu to the pristine mustached bat, the Barbados raccoon and the bulldog rat, and next in line for that Darwinian swat is the unattractive ginger Jean. Was it messages subliminal that made the red line terminal? Why, it's nothing short of criminal, the relentless hostile themes. Its red says stop the lights, its red says far from right. Its red says fight or plight and good night to the ginger Jean. Why a world black, brown and blonde would be plain dull and wrong, with no fair freckle friends among to ridicule and sell some cream. Then fashion is the curse that painted red perverse, and so now I fear the worst for the cherished ginger Jean. And yet we hold cross-community status with Enda Kenny and Martin McGuinness. There's McEnroe, you can't be serious, Nicole Kidman, Norma Jean, Winston Churchill, George Washington, Cleopatra, Wee Napoleon, Willie Nelson, Wilma Flintstone, and Ginger the Dancing Queen. Do we credit no more merit than some frog, newt, or parrot? Surely we must warrant status as endangered beings, like elephants and tigers slain. Our numbers too have waned, and so few of us remain with this genetic code supreme. Why, last night I could not sleep, as the loss would make me weep. The red line we must keep to roll on the rustic reams. With my follicles turning grey, I just had to find a way to extrapolate that DNA. Then it came to me in a dream. We need a gallant action plan to sow red saints across the land, to copulate before contraband, all red Gassons and Colleens. We'll get a European grant. There's a clever slant. Hard cash just to implant and make all non-gingers green. Relinquish, no we mustn't. Breed a ginger baker's dozen, as long as you're not cousins, as you know that is obscene. With our passion and our fire, we'll pull it from the wire and show them we are not expired. We're still a big part of the scene. So boys, don't wait until tomorrow to find that Maureen O'Hara. Girls, a Robert Redford you could borrow. Do your bit to raise the mean. We'll breed redheads by the score, maybe millions, maybe more. We'll be last through that extinction door where certainly no has-beens. Why without red, there is no rainbow. No sunsets to soothe and glow, few tulips would bloom and grow. There'd be no hand for Ulster themes. There'd be half a deck of cards, no king, no queen of hearts, and Amsterdam would be dark in parts. Without those lights that gleam. So let us not say fare thee well to the Noddy Holders and the Jerry Hallowells. We'll be no George specimens behind some museum screen. Let us Reds, united, stand, and let our members grow, expand in the name of that most passionate brand, the gorgeous, the unforgettable Ginger Jean. I got through that in one piece. This is a wee song that I wrote a few years ago. It's, lads, Christopher, never write a song about a woman you love because she's going to boot you out. Okay, I promise you, all right? If you love her, never write anything about her, all right? In fact, tell her she's useless. She's more likely to stay with you, okay? This is a wee song called My Belfast Love. Belfast love. There's no one above. You're my Belfast bells. There's no one but you for me. I will love you endlessly. You, Belfast love. Come take my hand. Across this land I would fly you to the moon. Sail with me the seven seas. Each day would end too soon. And if we are graced with young, this story to them I will tell. How we first kissed in the morning mist, how deep in love I fell. You are my Belfast love. There's no one above. You're my Belfast bells. There's no one but you for me. I will love you endlessly. You, my Belfast. Thank you. Is that wee child asleep? No? Is there any more children? Is anybody under 16? This may be over her head, hopefully. But I said I was going to give it a bit of lash, so I'm going to give it a bit of a lash. This is another song about things that are going on in the world. Apparently there's a disease that happens to men over the age of 40. In fact, they say 40% of men suffer from this disease. You might know what I'm talking about, Damien, do you? Anyway, to correct this disease, they have a pill that they make in County Cork, which just goes to show you they've made a cock up of the country in every way possible. I was sitting thinking about it and began to think, well, whoops, how ironic it is that this is the way we are making our livelihoods. And I started to imagine, what it must be like to be in that position. It's got a chorus. It's called My Libido's Out the Window Since You Went Out the Door. And it's country. I was always quite a virile guy, born testicles descended. 14 years my head went weird and my body parts extended. And I screwed around country and town, I can't do that anymore. My libido's out the window since you went out the door. My libido's out the window. I went down to the doctor to tell him my frustration check. Diabetes, those diseases that cause penile prostration. My testosterone was in the zone. My sugar, 5.4, but my libido's out the window. My libido's out the window. I lost my zest for manliness. G-strings, black lacy things no longer bring erection. I hear but glossy magazines on the floor. My libido's Well, I tried Prozac to get it back. It only made me anxious. Viagra pops proved a flop and Epis taxes. I tried Arginine, herbal creams. Well, I was red
getting sore. My blue rose now.
One, two. Fair play to you, Finbar. Great songs to finish the evening off. Just before we finish, we're going to have all the artists on to do one song for the whole lot of us. So, any of the artists about, I don't know whether the bar or where else. Well, all.
I just use your guitar. Yeah, sure. Does that come through?
Just, Daggy, you need all the mics on for this one. Yeah.
Is that coming through already?
Yeah.
That ought to come through. Yeah.
So we have Aisling Agatir, Johnny Kerr, Aisling Corn, Craigie McGee. I think that's the rest of us. So as you all know, folks, we're here for the memory of the late Jared Heaney, who died in October. Great guy he was, and great father. So we song just, why don't you all sing along, anybody that knows the words in memory of Jared. I will build my love a tower near yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I would build all the flowers of the mountain. Yes, he is. Will you go? Let's see go, and we'll all go together to a wild mountain thyme flows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love, she were gone, I would surely find another, for wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie? And we'll all go together to a wild mountain thyme goes around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie?
Everybody, let's see us all this time. When the
all go together to climb mountain time goes around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, go?
Well, folks, I hope you all enjoyed this concert this evening. It was great to see. Just like to thank all the artists and Partial Rogues. I'm sure you are well aware that the talent that was here tonight from probably some of the artists you've never heard before was exceptional. And once again, I'd like to thank you all for being here to witness a great selection of artists. This whole concert was organised. I was asked to sing at George's funeral a few ballads because of George's love for Irish folk music. And it was through that I met his daughter Leanne, and she just thanked me, and she let me know that she was running the New York Marathon to raise money for the hospice. So I said I would put on a concert here to help her raise the money. She had to raise £3,600, which is a lot of money for one girl to raise. So a true success. We've raised well over £1,500 here tonight. So Leanne's just going to come up and say a few words.
Hello, everybody. I'm absolutely freaking out, so if I start shaking and all, don't worry about it. I used to come here, funny enough, with my dad, Irish dancing faces and stuff. I didn't shake this much. Anyway, I just want to thank you all so much for coming tonight. It's all going to a really good cause. I want to thank especially all the bands that played, and doubly especially Damien Quinn. Oh, there you are. He put so many hours and work into this, and it's just been absolutely amazing, the amount of money we raised. So just another round of applause for Damien. I'm actually freaking out that much. I think that's all I'm going to say.